Hello, my loves. I'm Shannon. This is Lifestyle Manifesting. On my channel, I discuss manifesting as a lifestyle, every area of your life. Today, I want to talk about mastering your self-concept. Mastering your self-concept is the key to manifesting any desire, because the version of you and your conception of self is what creates your reality. So how you perceive yourself creates your reality. If you're a people pleaser, you're going to create a reality where you feel like you're walked on. Okay, so my self-concept course is powerful. It's for the person who is a people pleaser. It's for the person who's been rejected. It's for the person who is manifesting their specific person that feels rejected, unheard, unseen, unwanted. You have to step into the version of you who has your desire. My self-concept course is a problem-solving course. It helps you solve the problem of being a new version of yourself. The new version of yourself is the version who feels confident, self-assured, validated by yourself. You're not looking to please others outside of you. You're stepping into your power. You're creating boundaries. You need to be the version of you who has that desire. Think from the end of already having that desire. Hello, everyone logging in. Thank you for the roses. I'm going to answer some questions today. My SP told me not to text anymore. I was affirming lots. All right, so you remember, you have to demonstrate to your reality who you are. And sometimes the reflection is still the old reflection, right? The old story is playing out. For you, in order for you to demonstrate to your reality that you're the operant power, that you have shifted into this reality where he is wanting to text you all the time, you have to give no importance to what he said to you. And you affirm the reality that you want. So I know you said you're affirming lots. You affirm until that story turns around in your favor and reflects the story that you tell. Okay, you don't stop. You don't stop telling that story. You don't create from what you see in the 3D reality. You have to create from going to the end of that vision of having that desire already, okay? And that desire is that you're already in a relationship. Husband moved back in and third party is gone. This works. Congratulations. What a great story. What a great success story. You guys, look. It's the story you're telling yourself, and the story you're telling yourself about yourself and about who you are. And the whole world is shaping and forming around you. More success stories. Keep posting your success stories. Oh, well, Vol's girl said, I basically did not give third party any relevance. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You don't give any importance to that third party, because your reality is only everything that you're consciously aware of. And if you're consciously aware and paying attention to that storyline of that third party in your reality and you give importance to it, then the third party must stay. So you give no importance and no relevance to the third party. How do I deal with intrusive jealousy thoughts of having any other girl around SP? You have to be stable and secure within yourself. Remember, the third party is only a reflection of that inner world, what you feel within. And when you feel jealous within and feel like you're not chosen, or feel like you're not enough, or feel like you're unsure if you're the right person for your SP, then your world must reflect that and show that. Okay, so how do you deal with the jealousy? Well, first, everyone's yourself pushed out. It's just the story playing out from within you. So since you know that, and you're realizing it's from within you, does that help you already dissolve the jealousy? Because it's only coming from you. It's only showing you the reality that you want, that you don't have. Okay, so start to change that around in your perception. Everything is from within, and it's manifested out. Okay, so other ways to do it, to dissolve that jealousy, is to know that you have everything to offer. And it's like, are you worried that the other girl is prettier or better, or she's going to get him? You have to feel like you are that person. Okay, so affirm that version of you. the version of you who is enough, who is the right person, who is the most beautiful, the beauty radiating from inside out, right? Love, beauty radiating from inside out. The divine love that you are, the unique person you are, the masterpiece that you are. So you have to focus on that aspect of yourself and that version of yourself. And when you put the focus on yourself, you're going to see your world magnetizes to you. But if you put the focus on the girl and your SP, now that story just keeps playing out and you keep feeling separate from that. Okay, SP has become an addict. How do I affirm against this? So think about affirming for what you want. So you want them to be living a great life that's filled with happiness, that feels harmonious. Okay, so you want to affirm for. Okay, instead of thinking you're affirming against them being an addict, affirm for what you want. How do you want it to look? How do you want things to play out? Okay, think about, you have the life-giving energy within you that you can pull the best qualities and the best traits from that person. So focus on that version. I've been trying to manifest him for 2 years. Is this too long? I see very little movement. It's not that it's too long, it's that you're paying too much attention to the 3D reality. Remember, you're seeing little movement because you're looking for the reflection. You're looking for evidence. But you're the creator. So evidence only follows. It doesn't precede. The evidence only follows because you're the creator. You're the causation. Go to the very end and say, this is already done. Now practice feeling it's already in the past, that it already happened, that you already have your desire. Because you do. That infinite fourth dimensional reality is already existing with you, with this manifestation. Okay, with you, with the relationship, it's already existing. So you have to tap into that parallel reality. What are the thoughts you would have? What thoughts do you have? You living in the end, you already have your desire. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? How do you move through your day? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as wanted and chosen? Okay, so you have to have those thoughts through the day. Okay, the thoughts of, I'm already in the relationship, because you planted the seed. The way you create reality is from your thoughts, and from planting the thoughts into your subconscious mind, they are manifested out into the world. Okay, so just keep reminding yourself you already planted that thought and it's done. When you look for the movement and when you focus on time, how long it's been, it kind of indicates to me that you're more focused on the 3D reality instead of your inner world, but you need to be focused more on the inner world. Yeah, you said, I know I'm not supposed to look at the 3D. Okay, the 3D world is only showing a reflection of what you have within. So when you're with him and he barely speaks or barely talks to you, it's because you're paying attention to that and you're giving importance to that. So when there are moments where it seems like he barely speaks, or that's a fact, it feels like a fact, but the facts are not final in your reality. So what could you do in the moment? You could imagine that he is speaking and asking you questions. You can imagine that he's declaring his love for you. Remember, you're the cause, he's the effect. So start to switch this around so it's more natural and normal for you to know that whatever you're thinking and feeling. I've just had several clients in my VIP group send me private messages about how their specific person, my clients had a thought, and then seconds later, their specific person said back the thought that my clients had in their head. Okay, so you, no matter what, you're standing right next to him, he's barely speaking to you. Don't sit there in your mind and go, he's not speaking to me. What should I be doing? What should I be saying? Why isn't he speaking to me? He's not speaking to me. Well, then he's only going to reflect, this is the reflection, right? Not speaking to you, not really knowing what to say or whatever. It's just going to appear that way, not speaking. So when he's barely speaking to you, in your mind, start imagining, he's asking you, hey, or complimenting you. You look beautiful. I love what you're wearing. You smell so good. What are you wearing? That smells so good on you. You look fantastic. I was just thinking about you and I was just talking, about you. Okay. These are things that you could be thinking about in the present moment, in the 3D. Be the creator. This is like you're the creator. You're the author. You're the writer. Just let those thoughts flow about the vision of what you want continuously. But don't look for the evidence. Just know, because he will reflect that back to you. Okay, he will reflect it back to you when you're consistently saying the story in your mind that favors and aligns with that vision of what you want, right? The vision of being in a relationship. Jenny, I'm fine during no contact. It's when we're in communication, my anxiety and self-concept goes crazy, right? Because when you're not together, you can live in imagination and it feels really good. But guess what? The 3D reality is the point where you can test for yourself. You can judge and get a handle on where are you? Because if you're anxious and it just means you're not stable, right? It means you're not stable. So here, what you want to do in the 3D is remind yourself that you're the operant power. So remind yourself you're the operant power. Remind yourself it's not a big deal if they're not reflecting something back in the 3D. That's okay. You're not going to give it importance. You're not going to give relevance to that. You're going to affirm in your mind, just like I said. So you're in communication, you get the message. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel nervous, right? That's normal, natural feelings. It's not about never feeling nervous or anxious. It's about, are you anxious about that particular topic? And if you are, that's okay too. Just say, I'm anxious, and use that to create what you want. I'm anxious because I love hearing from my specific person. I'm anxious because I love how much they love me. I'm anxious and I feel insecure and unsure. All those things are still okay to feel. I feel unsure, insecure. I'm not sure I'm even chosen, but I know my thoughts create, and I keep picturing that reality and imagining my specific person's madly in love. Just let the storyline, it's like the storyline, right? You're the director, you're the writer. The storyline needs to be told in your mind, and align and support the story that you want. That's how you'll fix it. You have to practice affirming and telling the story that you want. And as you continue to do that, it will feel easy. It will feel natural. It will feel not only, it will make you feel confident because as you're affirming that, you will see reflections. Thank you so much. You're the most helpful, and you explain everything so clearly. You're welcome. I manifested my SP 2 months ago. We were talking, but now there's a third party. What do I do? Focus on yourself, okay? You understand the third party is a reflection. Can you see the thoughts that you had, the worries, the doubts that you had about yourself in relation to your specific person? That's why there's a third party. So level up your self-concept. You are secure. You are sure. You know you've got everything. Like, you are the package. You're the whole package. Affirm that and spend no importance, no relevance on the third party. I'm telling you, I know from my experience was there was a third party for me in the very beginning. This is how I woke up and realized I was creating. The more you focus on the third party, they show up in your life everywhere, because when you put any attention on that third party, that means they must reflect that you're putting attention on them. So you might be talking about that third party with your friends. Well, guess what? Don't do that anymore, because the more you do that, the third party is going to show up. I would have friends call me and say, guess where I saw them now? All the time. Because I was focused on the third party. Do not focus on the third party. Okay? Focus. Guess what? When you focus on yourself, you will magnetize and bring things into your world. Okay? This is all about convincing yourself that you're number one, that you're chosen, that you're the best option out there. So affirm that version of you consistently. The more you affirm it, the more you believe it, because a belief is just a thought that you're thinking over and over. So you'll create a new belief about who you are. It will feel more true. Not only will you start to believe it, the world will reflect it more and more and more consistently. And then it'll just be a fact of life. That should be your dominant affirmation. Do mirror work. Go in the mirror every morning when you wake up, and for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, while you're washing your face, brushing your teeth, doing, that kind of getting ready in the morning, say affirmations about yourself, right? Let the weak man say, I am strong. Why is that stated in the Bible? Because it's the metaphysical interpretation, right? You have to claim. The weak man did not claim, I'm weak, I'm wimpy, I can't do it. No, the weak man, it states, let the weak man say he is strong. Okay, that's paraphrased, but claim it. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am chosen. I am amazing. Yes, right? Yes. So you have to claim. It might not feel normal and natural to claim, I'm number one, I'm the best option, because you might not believe it yet, but you have to keep claiming it. Okay? You keep stating it, you keep declaring it. And by the way, at some point, you don't even have to claim it anymore. You don't have to state that anymore. You don't have to affirm, because it will become a belief. Whatever you already currently believe in your reality, you're not affirming it. It's just a belief because you've heard it or you've seen it as a fact. Lee, after watching your videos, I was able to manifest him back into my life. I've manifested marriage, but it hasn't worked. Does this mean I manifest the wrong person? I don't know what you mean. You manifested marriage. You manifested him back into your life. Congratulations. It's not really clear what you want, what you're asking. You didn't manifest the wrong person. You have to consistently tell the story. I'm trying to answer your question without completely understanding your question. It's not that you manifested the wrong person. You get to determine who is the right person for you. There is no wrong or right person. There's no destiny outside of your control. You are in control of your destiny. You're the captain of the ship. You're in charge of your life. If you think it's the wrong person, they're going to reflect to you, yeah, kind of the wrong person. Okay, it's your reality. You have to claim this is the right person. Do you want it to be the right person? Just focus on the story of the version of, that reality that you want. And now live in the fulfillment, affirm the fulfillment of that reality. Okay, what does that reality look like? What does the version of you, paint the picture of the version of you? What does that look like? I've been living in the end with SP marriage, but right now still getting annoyed. He's not my ideal husband yet. Do I just ignore it and know what will come? No, you don't just ignore. Okay, it's in a way you're ignoring it, but you ignore it, but you want to make sure you add this on top of it. You ignore it, but you replace it. You replace it, okay? Because you're going to say, he's not my ideal husband. It's hard to just ignore something. You give no importance to it. I think that's a little better idea, right? You give no importance to it and you replace it. Then you have to focus on, what does the ideal husband look like? So you have to replace, he's annoying, or you're annoyed, okay? Now, paint that picture. What does the ideal husband look like to you? He's a provider. He's loving, caring, loyal, right? Treats you like a priority, tells you that you are a priority. He's emotionally available. What does that relationship look like? Now take out a piece of paper and write at the top, ideal husband. And now what is that ideal husband? How do you expect to be treated? How do you expect the dynamic of the relationship to be? And now read that list every day. Every morning and every night, read your list of the ideal husband and make a decision. This is your ideal husband, and this is all that you're accepting. You're not accepting anything lower than that, okay? This list that you wrote is the only thing you'll accept, or something better, right? Anything better. Okay, so the goal is you have to continue to focus on the ideal picture of that. that person, the ideal relationship, the ideal version of you. But when you're getting annoyed, you're focusing on being annoyed. Now, where are you putting your focus? On the thing you don't like. Yeah, it already is. It's hard. I know. I get it. You guys are persisting, right? You're persisting. You just have to continue to persist. But you also want to make sure you're replacing what you see that you don't like, okay? Replace that. Replace that with the story that you want, the story that everything's working out for you. Been trying to manifest a holiday. I've been affirming, but I can't visualize. No, is it no movement? Well, start saying there is movement. And I'm going on holiday and it's already done. Now, what you want to do is keep affirming. Remember, it doesn't matter. You don't have to visualize, because when you affirm something, you're already creating an image in your mind. So you don't have to visualize. What you could do is, where do you want to go on holiday? Where do you want to go? Pull up Pinterest or the computer, pull up photos and start looking at the places you want to go. And what are you going to do? That's living in the end. So you pull up pictures and photos of the place you want to see. Now picture yourself there. And that will help you visualize if you want to visualize that. But truly, the only reason that we're visualizing or affirming really is to get into the end of already having that reality and already having that manifestation, that desire. So you want to feel that. That's living in the end. When you're looking at the pictures of the place you're going, okay, live in the end and get excited about that. And start saying, there is movement. This is working. This is already done. Start expecting it, because when you say no movement, you've essentially affirmed no movement. And then your reality is showing you no movement. And then you affirm and you're like, okay, I feel good. I'm affirming. And then you look and you go, but there's no movement. Well, now you've just affirmed there's no movement. You're affirming what you feel within, that there's no movement. So you have to shift that. You're the creator. Of course there's movement. You could say there's no movement. I mean, it doesn't appear like there's movement because I can't see it, but I know it's happening. Okay, the movement is happening. The movement is happening. Don't tell the contrary story. Yeah, Lee, okay, to manifest the right, let's focus on manifesting the right person into your life. To manifest the right person into your life, go to the end and imagine you are already with the right person, right? They are already in your life. You are already, what does that version of you look like? That version of you is saying, I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. I'm in the best relationship. Everything always works out in my favor. My life is incredible. You are the cause. The world's the effect. Affirm the reality that you want to be in. You consistently affirm that reality. Pisces, how do you join the VIP group? The link in my description, Shannon's VIP monthly coaching group. And if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, the description of every video has a link to my VIP group also, okay? Okay, Jim Rat, I listen to the sleep affirmations every night, focus mostly on self-concept, guys. Okay. Are you telling everybody that? Yes, listen to the sleep affirmations. I have many affirmations on my channel. Go to my playlist, my YouTube channel, go to my playlist, listen to I am chosen as you fall asleep. It's not about being chosen by someone outside of you. It's about you declaring and stating that you're chosen, that you choose you choose your life. It's your life, you choose it. Okay, that you're wanted and you're desired and you're treasured. What if he ghosted me when we were talking and got a girlfriend? You have to affirm the story. Affirm the story you want. I was trying to figure out, this was the one I answered earlier. You just worded it differently, right? But what does it look like? What does it look like if you already are the person with your desire? Who are you? Because you have to be that person, and the world will shape and form around you to tell you that that's true. You have to demonstrate to the world that's who you are. So demonstrate to the world who you are. It's really like acting. Neville Goddard says, God is an actor. God is an actor. Be the actor of that version of you who has your desire. So who does she look like, or who does he look like? Start thinking about that. Start brainstorming. Take out a piece of paper and brainstorm. If you're in this relationship, living in the end of a relationship, well, you certainly feel secure. Because I'm talking about living in the end of a relationship where you're sure and secure. Right? You're sure and secure. So living in the end of feeling you would be secure. So start being the version of you who's secure. Start being, not in the future, there's only the present moment that exists. Start being the version of you who knows you are loved and wanted and adored. Be that version. Your world will shape and form around you. That version of you is not not putting importance on someone that's out with another girl. Okay? That version of you would say, you don't have time for that. Okay? Now understand, it doesn't mean you're giving up your specific person. It means you're focusing on yourself. Your world will reflect that. Your specific person must shape and form the concept that you hold of yourself. Put no attention and no importance on the two of them, and you put all your focus on yourself. Okay, and so sometimes we may need to, when you're feeling sure in your self-concept and you're feeling secure and chosen and loved, and sometimes you may need to start visualizing that new version of your specific person with you. But imagine the new version, because that new version is the only version that matches you living in the end is loving and adoring you. So you have to see that version. Oh. How do we reach you privately if you're not able to answer our question during live? I do have a free Facebook group. So the link in my description, go to my free Facebook group in that community. Okay. Other ways, you can email me, lifestylemanifesting@gmail.com. lifestylemanifesting@gmail. Send me a message there. You can message me directly from Instagram. Okay, so if you're on Instagram, follow me there. Make sure it's my account. Make sure it's my account, because there's a couple people that, there's random people out there. So and send me a private message. Okay, I'm never going to do a reading. I would give you free advice. Okay, I will help and guide you a little, as much as I can. Okay, but the people that I work with in my VIP group, I give them all my attention. I work with clients one-on-one. If you want to schedule an appointment with a one-on-one meeting, I do video conference call. I do 30-minute or 1 hour. I also have text messaging. If you want 1 week of unlimited text messaging, some people just need that to get on track, because when they're with their specific person and now it's moving and it's going right, but it's kind of breadcrumb. So sometimes that's when you need that extra little help to remind you that you're the operant power, because you don't want to forget, right? When the specific person says something opposite, you have to stand firm and hold true and demonstrate that you're a new version of yourself. The unlimited texting can be really powerful if that's your situation. SP didn't contact you for 3 days. He never did that to me. Is it Soraya? Soraya, you have to affirm. He's already contacting you, or he or she, right? SP already contacts me. Okay, you're affirming that that SP already contacts you. Affirm, that's who you are. You're someone who gets constant, consistent communication. You're someone that only allows a reality where someone shows up for you. And if they don't, they're out of your world. You got to create those boundaries. Okay, because when you create those expectation and those boundaries, your world will show you, and that's true. But if you're focused more on, I never get consistent communication, then you're going to see that that happens in your world. Okay, so you have to create your expectations in your world. Who are you? You're someone who gets consistent communication. So do you see, like, you step into that version of you. It's like a character. These are avatars. So just think you're switching avatars, okay? Bye-bye, old avatar who is insecure and unsure and waiting for that specific person to call them. Now, pick out that new avatar. Zip it up. Like, this is all, kind of feel that and imagine that. What would it feel like if you just slipped on this new avatar? Okay, looks the same, sort of, right? Looks sort of the same, but different. It's really different inside. Inside, this avatar is like, I'm chosen, I'm wanted, I'm adored, I'm expecting. Like, what would it feel like if you just have your specific person reaching out to you all the time? What would that feel like? Ask yourself questions like that to help cultivate the feeling of that version of you and that new avatar, that new concept of self. Okay? Are you the person at home waiting for them to contact you? Or are you the person at home who receives? So you have to shift. It's really like, this is like acting, you guys. This is like stepping into the version of you, into the actor. Okay? So what is that? You're the writer and director, the author. So start writing the character traits and start developing the character. Develop that character. Now be that character right now. Haven't tried scripting. Do I have any YouTubes on that? I do have a few. I've created a journal. It's the title of my journal is it's a blank journal for scripting. Everything you write in this journal, everything I write in this journal becomes true, because that's what happened to me. I was writing everything down and I focused on that vision of having that desire, and everything was manifesting. I would just write it down, and I knew as I wrote it down, I was just letting it go. Okay, I would affirm it and reaffirm it through the day, and I'd write it down and I'd write that story. Within 1 year, everything I wrote down manifested. I mean, that was my initial year. Now I moved the momentum where everything's working out in my world, and now it just keeps getting better. Yeah, so I do have some scripting videos there. Probably it's been several months since I've done you might have to scroll down a little bit for a scripting video. But also in my VIP group, that's a group where you're leveling up your self-concept and leveling up as a powerful manifester. I have a whole topic about scripting and using different techniques in that group. That's filled with like over 100 private videos in my private group, because I do workshops several times during the week. How is third-party reflection when she is already there and didn't come into your way? Okay, because the third party is just, it's not like they'll just show up. Your world is already reflecting that, because that's already the concept that you hold of yourself. There's some concept that you already held within. It may be an unconscious belief, right? The unconscious belief that you're not first, or you're not maybe the one, or maybe you are, but maybe you're not. Like, again, without talking to you, I can't pinpoint it exactly. Okay, maybe you're someone who's already has the jealousy within, and because you already have the jealousy, the world is already showing that to you. Like the person you're meeting, of course they're going, if you're feeling second best and you don't feel like a priority and you feel like you're never seen and heard, of course you're going to meet somebody who matches that. And that somebody might already be married, right? Why do you meet somebody who lives across the world? Not you, but like, because if you're meeting someone who's the person of your dreams, but they don't even live in your town and they live across the world, and maybe you'll see them because it's showing you that desire exists, but something within you feels like it's far away, or feels like you're not a priority and it's not right here, right now. Do you see that? Do you see that? It's not like it just starts coming into our world. Your current world is what it is because of your current conception of yourself. So even if you meet a new person, they might already be attached, but you're madly in love with them. So the underlying knowing, or the underlying unconscious beliefs that you hold about yourself, are manifested in your experiences. So if you're feeling second best, most likely you're going to meet somebody who already is in a relationship, or somebody who's a player, or somebody who is married, right? Because you already perceive yourself, right? This is more on an unconscious level, but you're already perceiving yourself as, I don't know if I'm chosen. I don't know if I'm wanted. Or, feeling jealousy, feeling nobody ever really hears me or sees me. When I go out, nobody asks me out. Okay, so it doesn't mean you won't ever meet someone, but you will meet someone that matches your self-concept within. Okay, how you see yourself. This is why this whole work is all about self-awareness. You have to get deep with yourself and ask yourself questions. Not just scratching the surface. The deeper questions are, do I truly feel loved? Do I truly feel lovable? Do I truly feel that I'm chosen? Okay, so it's deeper, and it's self-awareness. Can you share what helped you persist and believe even when you didn't? For me, I just had a realization that I had the rest of my life to live. Okay, by the way, I was like hopelessly desperate, you guys. Like, I was like someone who probably, my friends probably didn't seem, or didn't perceive me as desperate, but generally I was like in a desperate state. Okay, that desperation inside, not feeling, just not feeling good about myself. Okay, so, but I had something click within me where I just decided, I can't live my life like this anymore. I have the rest of my life to live. I don't want to waste my life. I'm living for me. I'm living to be the best version of me, not to get a specific person, okay, but living the best version of me for me. Okay, so that's what's first and foremost. Be the best version of yourself for you, not to get something outside of you, because all that's from within you anyway. And then because do you get that also? If you're changing your concept of self for the outer reality, what that actually implies, the deeper knowing or the deeper feeling is that you don't realize it's coming from within and without, that you don't have it. If you're trying to get something, it means you don't have it, but you actually do have everything because it's from within you. So what helped me persist? I just had that dedication. I was like, you know what? I'm going to prove to myself I'm going to live a good life. Okay. It's kind of like in Think and Grow Rich, they talk about the burning desire, right? And that's one of the first books I read with my kind of awakening. Think and Grow Rich, because I was actually just wanting to build my business, my real estate business, because I've been a realtor for 18 years. And even though I have over 250 million in sales, I've been a top producer for many years. I just started to go downhill after my divorce. So then I was like, let me get back on my game with my business. And I was reading Think and Grow Rich, and I was thinking about that burning, pulling my hair, the burning desire. So it's like, create that burning desire within you. That burning desire helps you persist, okay? You don't have to believe it, by the way. You'll start believing it. Even when I didn't think I was attractive or pretty or beautiful, and I'd look in the mirror and I'd say, you're beautiful, and I didn't believe it, okay? I kept persisting. I was like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. No, you're not, right? You have that. No, you're not. Yes, you are. No, you're not. So I would just say, you're beautiful. You are beautiful. And then I would affirm that. I would affirm that consistently through the day. Now, do I believe it now? Yes, I do. Because I understand beauty is also not physical. It's not, but it's more, it's within. Beauty, the beauty from within is radiating out. I affirm that over and over and over. Now it's just normal and natural. I just know it. It's a knowing, okay? Because I started believing it. You will believe it, okay? But you don't have to. But over time, I started believing it. Okay, and that time doesn't have to be a long time. Not only did I start believing it, people started reflecting it back to me. Now, when people reflected back to me, even though it's the outer world, it did help me build a stronger belief because I could see that I'm creating that. All right, I'm going to answer maybe one more question. Love my videos. They help. Good. I'm glad this is all helping you. Thank you. Hello from Qatar. Hello back to Qatar. Okay, how to change behavior. Whose behavior? The change behavior in another person. Change behavior in another person by seeing them in the best light. Remember, everyone's a reflection of your perception. And if someone's a jerk to you, they're a jerk. I mean, okay, some of these things we may not be able to pinpoint in the moment. But here's the thing. If someone's a jerk, I could either say, I don't care, so what? Or if that's someone that a family or whatever, extended family, friends, or someone an acquaintance, someone that I'm going to see all the time, and I want to have a better experience, then I need to start imagining a better experience with that person. I need to start thinking that person's, instead of being a jerk, I need to see that person in a different light. I need to see that person in the way that I want to experience them. So I need to see more love, right? I have to imagine and draw. You draw out from people in your reality, your experience. Okay, so you change the behavior by changing your perception of someone. You change your conception of that person to the conception that you want. That conception is image, right? So you change your conception of that person to the vision that you want to see. Same thing with yourself. Change your conception of yourself to the person you want to see and experience and be. Okay, guys, I have to run. You guys are powerful. There's so many ways to work with me. If anyone wants to do a one-on-one coaching, I have that available, my calendar. I have a course, Master Your Reality by Mastering Your Self-Concept. It's exactly what I'm talking about here. It's a blueprint for you to create the best version of you, the ideal version of you with your relationship. The version of you could use it really with any desire because it's a blueprint to be a master, the master of your reality. And if any of you want to join my VIP group, that's another way to level up. It's a monthly subscription group. I go live in that group once a week with Q&A. I go live in that group several times a week with workshops, all different topics. We're practicing manifesting on a time crunch in my group because I know that possibility exists. So I want to create that. My group is a group that knows how to manifest on a time crunch. We're focusing on that and we're creating that in our reality. We're manifesting money, manifesting specific person, success stories. So you guys are powerful. I'm intending you're having success and that you understand this on a really deep level. Think about what you're grateful for and align with that gratitude, living in the end of having your desire, okay? Love you guys. Bye.